economy, and across the countries that we are represented in as well. We've got a lot of these coming. We do it virtually as well. So the programs that I'm talking about, as you know, or you have seen over the past 2 days, TAFFD stands for Transdisciplinary Agora for Future Discussions. Transdisciplinary in the sense that we look at different disciplines and we look at how they are impacted by science and technology. The impact can be negative, it can be positive. We like to explore the opportunities that technology and science advancement brings, and we also look at the threats and say, how do we start to address those challenges to ensure that it doesn't impact our future. So we have a lot of discussions around this, where there are ideas that are viable, we implement programs. So as far as 4IR being the theme of this summit, we have been working with a lot of youth organizations, and it is something that we would like to continue doing in South Africa and doing across the African continent as well. And because the aim or the vision in TAFFD centers around developing young futurists and opening the gateway for them into and out of Africa. So we give them the exposure to be recognized by the world out there, be their talent, their innovation, their creativity. And we also want to expose Africa to the world and give them a better perception about Africa. Take out the narrative that it is just a dark continent with no talent. I think the world is starting to open its eyes in recognizing the talent that lies here. And in the process of doing this, I got to meet Neti. So Neti Letwalo is from Limpopo, and she's doing amazing work around 4IR education. Some of the people that she works with are here, so they traveled a few kilometers, I'm not sure. It's about a 3-hour drive to come to us, and they've been with us for 2 days. And how I met Neti is I attended a research conference, and one of the researchers had met Neti before, and they told me about this amazing work that she does. And when I mentioned, when he discovered what we do, he said, speak to her. Immediately she sent her profile. Within a period of 2 weeks, she had already made sure that whatever message we were sending is already in the media, in her environment. TAFFD, is it TAFFD FM? Tobela FM and radio TAFFD, what is TAFFD FM as well. So these are the local radio stations in the area. And
as they've already mentioned, that I'm Neti Letwalo. I am the founder of Mogaliadi Foundation. Mogaliadi meaning a hero. Heroine, yes. Yeah, sorry. So basically what we're doing at Mogaliadi is we're promoting a problem-solving society. Our mission and vision is to promote a self-reliance and sustainable economic development through doing awarenesses of 4IR, Fourth Industrial Revolution. And we also want to upgrade our society and upskill them, and also to assist them not to be afraid of this unknown that is coming to the Fourth Industrial Revolution and its disruptions. As Brenda already mentioned, that we're working with 200 youth, which they are mostly previously disadvantaged. Most of them are teenage, they are affected by the teenage pregnancy, and the others are from addiction of drug abuse and unemployment rate that they are affecting their lives. So we took them in the program. We are developing them to be better. We're giving them the skills, which are the 21st century skills, like we helping them to know how to code, and we also give the opportunity to train them through our schools, local schools, that they should do, not just learn, but also practice it within the school, also solving the problem of the lack of skills of for IR coding, because now we need to also change the system of learning. We need to provide new skills, we need to provide the 21st century skills, because as we can see, Africa is already having a gap of not knowing, the lack of teachers' skills. So that is basically what we were doing. And coming here, I think, looking at this, I just think this was just made for us, because now we are able to meet with the people who gave us confidence that for IR, yes, we need to continue to preach it, because back in the days when you talk about for IR, people will look at you and say, what are you saying? This is not going to happen now. Maybe after 50 years, when you are even dead. But now I can see that we gain the confidence that we must just go back and continue to preach the 4IR and prepare our society. Thank you very much.
So in this program for a while now, what type of changes have you seen, be it in the youth that you train or in the society itself, by you bringing all of these young ones into your program?
Okay. With the youth, for the first time that we were meeting with them, it was the youth, they were just doing this for money. But now the response that we're getting is they're saying to us, thank you for this opportunity, because now we know what is fourth industrial revolution, we are aware, and we can even talk about it. So the mission of doing awareness is growing now. So it's going to be easy for us to go everywhere, because if you go somewhere and those people don't know what I'm talking about, it's still difficult for you to continue to preach there.
Are there any challenges that you can say that becomes a barrier for you to continue with your mission? And any suggestions on how those challenges can be addressed so that you guys can do more of this work that you do?
One of the most challenges that we have is we do not have resources, but we're trying very hard to work. We currently have only our personal laptops, whereby we're still using them to work and to also train the other participants at our workplace. Also, we have our programs are expanded to whereby we bring in more programs that we need people we need to create more jobs, but we don't have the kind of finance to do that. Although we're relying on donation that we're getting from our local business people, which we don't find them good enough for us to continue. But we're not stopping. We continue each and every day. We're doing it. We're doing this for the community because we love our community.
Thank you so much. So I think, this is where we've been talking a lot about collaboration. It is very important, from private sector to government institutions and academia, where there are passionate young people like this, and we keep preaching the fact that young people are our future. So if you are not investing in that future by either giving them the opportunities that they need, enabling them through providing the resources to do it, it becomes a huge challenge. I mean, imagine if Neti's got 200 people, Limpopo is one province. We've got 9 provinces in South Africa. If she had 200 and she can be resourced to have 800 students that can be skilled, and they can go and skill others, and that can be duplicated in other provinces, it will be a massive movement. So I think my plea today is, if we have policymakers, if we have private institutions that can help to encourage initiatives like this, let's do that. And I just had David presenting earlier on the things like your vertical farming, things like your beekeeping. You know, those are simple things that we can start to teach the young ones that are in our community so that they can benefit themselves. So I think my plea is that we start to look at all of these different disciplines and find opportunities in there and try to, you know, explore those opportunities, and please enable people that are passionate and are willing to do this. As TAFFD, this is something that we can do. If you really want to do that, we can have a conversation where we can bring all of these parties together to ensure that we take our country and our continent forward. So thank you so much, Nate, and all the best with your initiative.